JDR News Live.
The human brain is made for thinking, not human experiment. It's hardly a tinker toy for experimenting. Not human with drugs.
Why do we talk about marijuana? It's the single biggest drug that is a source of some confusion.
This is really about educating the public about the fact that marijuana is a less harmful drug.
Marijuana has to get high.
You can be as high as you want.
Prohibition of marijuana over the last 71 years has not actually prevented you from using marijuana.
You feel weak.
Close to winning the war.
I do believe there have been some successes.
We will never arrest our way out of this problem.
I'm out here trying to make it. Woman, can't you see? Takes a lot of money to make it. Let's talk truthfully.
Welcome to the John Doe Radio Show. I'm your host, John Doe. Mike Holly across the way over here to the other side.
I really wish you'd wait. It used to do it really good when he would say, "Let's talk truthfully," yeah, and then you go, "Welcome." You'd wait for him to finish. And
No. I like the way that I do it now. Way better.
The original way was better.
Every time there's another show in here, I have to reset everything instantly. Right? It was loud there for a second, and then
Today it was vicious in here today. All the mic stands were all over the place.
they just reset everything again the way
And-
it originally should have been. Probably.
Tim, I'm going to ask you this now. Where's my goddamn chair?
I don't know where your chair
Someone
is.
took my smushy butt chair out of here and left the slate-ass chairs in here. And it just so happens none of them squeak. And I'm not looking for the squeak. I'm looking for the comfort zone.
Why?
I got a big fat ass. That's why. And I want the comfy chair. I totally feel like
I don't know, dude.
I could even get a hemorrhoid from sitting on this chair. It's so uncomfortable.
I honestly have no clue what you're talking about, really.
I'm telling you, my ass knows what's up. And it knows this chair ain't right.
I'm a bit worried today.
Well, me too. Let's find the thing.
I'm not worried about
I'm not going to
your
be able to do
fucking chair, dude.
2 hours in this. It's like sitting on a milk crate, dude.
Why don't
with
you-
a towel on top of it.
Why don't you pull up the mic stand there and just stand up and do the show standing
Weird.
up?
I'm going to have to grab that one way over there.
You think you'd figure this kind of shiz out before we started the show? What is today? It's Wednesday, July 3rd. Day before my favorite day of the year. That's why I'm worried, because I have no fucking clue what the heck I'm going to do tomorrow.
Well, the only thing you really have in your life is this, so why don't we do this?
No, I don't know. I kind of want to take tomorrow
If there
off.
was an ocean here, I'd say let's go to the beach, but there ain't, so...
If I look insanely tired today, too, I hate having the camera situation in here. I just didn't sleep last night.
Wow.
And I was house all to myself. Damn animals flying all around me. Dude, it's so crazy having cats in wild around you. Who thought this was a good idea to bring cats into houses and allow them to fark with you? Because you cannot fark with a cat. Well, except for Ponto. But that's neither here nor there. But, dude, stupidest idea in the fucking world, dude.
Cats are relentless.
Not the reason why I could sleep, but at night, I think, is when they practice their ninja skills and everything that I don't know, they're setting shiz up for the day ahead. I'm not kidding you, dude. Especially, which usually there is more than one of these in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because you're fucked. Even if they pretend like they don't like each other at the beginning, at nights, these two cats will be like, no, I really don't know. This is just my experience from these cats.
Crazy cats. I gotta give a secret. I gotta tell a secret to the people listening right now. I haven't even told you this, Jim.
I don't know if I want to hear this.
It's great news. It's not a bad thing. Toastal's comment in the chat room brought it up. He said, "That's one thing I don't like about Colorado. You're so far away from the ocean." Where, and I know there's a few massholes listening. I see skunks in the chat room. The thing about Colorado, one of the first things that came to mind when my buddy suggested moving here 6 years ago, he said, I said, well, what about the ocean? I said, there's no ocean there. I grew up in Massachusetts, not too far from the ocean. So, thing is, when you get out here and there's no ocean, you don't really even care because the mountains are awesome. And I don't know about coming from Oregon, Toastal. The people up there are pretty chill too, but getting away from the fast-paced life of Massachusetts and the chilled-out climate of Colorado.
To be honest
in
with you,
combination.
I don't care about it in the
Just
ocean.
shut up.
I
for a
don't
second.
care
I'll
about
get
an
to that
ocean.
in a second. You've never seen an ocean. That's why.
No, I have seen an ocean.
What ocean have you seen?
I've seen an ocean in Mexico.
You know the name of the ocean in Mexico that you saw?
I don't know.
Was it the Gulf of
I'll have to
Mexico?
look it up.
Or was it the Pacific?
I don't know. I'm just
Baja Gulf?
trying to make your story a little more interesting.
Well, you don't have to. Where were you in Mexico?
Continue.
Point is, you don't even really care. I don't think about the ocean at all.
Okay. All right, let's see here.
Where were you in Mexico?
No, I'm gonna make sure I.
You didn't even have been to the ocean in America. Wow.
What?
You've never been to the ocean in America, is what I'm saying.
No.
Just some tropical Mexican resort beach.
Yeah. What So I have seen and been to the Pacific Ocean.
Ah. in Mexico?
Yes.
Okay. What oceans have you been to in America?
I'm so high right now, by the way, too, and with no sleep at all. Delirious. Like I took a dab before of the Golden Goat, and then a massive dab of one of Bike's, whatever he's got right
Some
there.
Afghani bull rider. Ride the bull.
Man, you even got it dirtier than.
Ride
oh no,
the
you
bull.
didn't. It's just dirty. This is such auto buttered shiz right here, dude.
Sorry.
Like the auto butter action. I mean, they had to have made it when it was ridiculously humid the other day.
They must have. I mean,
And then
I made this the other day when it was nice, and it still hasn't auto buttered. Listen, how does it rock?
I don't know. Something happened with it. I'm not going to blast them because they're one of my favorite people.
Shh. That's some recreational.
That's good for you.
So yeah, what I was saying was
I haven't been to any oceans.
go to
in
an
the United
ocean
States,
and
though.
then live there for 35 years and then move to Colorado, having not been influenced by Colorado previously, and then tell me you miss the ocean. Keep in mind everything I do is a little bit unconventional and weird, so you probably could possibly move here and miss the ocean a lot. Don't quote me.
I haven't really felt the want to go to the ocean. See, I'm not a huge fan of swimming.
What's your sign, Tim?
It's not like I'm afraid of swimming or
What's your sign, Tim?
I just never really enjoyed swimming.
Birth date?
I'm a Libra.
Really?
Would you remember? You can't remember shit.
I'll never
dude.
forget it now.
You can't remember a single thing. Anyway, because you've asked me that before.
Mm-hmm. No, I'll never forget. Totally makes sense.
Dude, my chair feels all fucked up too.
Maybe you have my chair, because I don't have my chair.
No, I have my chair, but maybe I'm just really high. All right. I have a few stories today about Washington, medical marijuana, taxes, businesses, Florida bong ban, dude who wrote it is upset because it's watered down. And, whoa. We won't go to that story. What the heck, dude? Okay, links from around the web at the bottom of Toke the Town. Hot girls and weed, a dream come true. I'm so ashamed.
Why?
I'm so ashamed. I mean, somebody. All right, I'm not gonna blast them. I won't do
Thank
it.
you.
Never mind. I was gonna blast somebody online that said something yesterday, but since I'm not necessarily. I still wrap back in the position to be blasting anybody online again. I'm trying to be a nice guy still. We'll just leave it at that. And I was going to go into something there is why I mentioned that. First, I mentioned it because, of course, I got distracted. But still, I was going to call somebody out from And it might have, it's probably going to piss a lot of people off. So it's good I probably stopped.
Very, very
I'm sorry,
big
everybody.
of you to exercise your self-restraint.
I'm sorry, everybody.
And just realize that it's just gossip.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Me being so high made me realize that it really didn't matter. In the scheme of things, it was not something that you needed to take the bull by the horns.
In other
on.
words,
Afghani bull rider is what yours was, right? Yeah.
Take the Afghani bull by the horns.
You forgot because we didn't mention that before, right?
Oh, we did. You're really high, Tim.
No, the thing is I'm tired, high, and I'm trying to focus on making sure the show goes in one direction because you completely took it off direction with the whole ocean thing.
Now we're in Jamaica. What ocean is that? Boop boop.
Yeah. Anyway, that Afghani bull rider is
Ocean.
what shiz.
Jamaica.
Anytime I've heard somebody growing it too, by the way, is a good strain to grow.
It's a San Diego strain. FYI.
What else do I got here? What did you got anything else to derail this shiz today with?
Yeah, just line it up and I'll knock it down.
It is a slow news day because obviously
It's a beach day,
day
here
before
at JDR.
July 4th. I ate a TV dinner before.
I smelt it in here. It smelled like carcinogens.
Hey, man. I think when you eat before I get high.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh yeah, super high.
Unfortunately, Tim's not going to have any stories from the light rail for about a week now. Four-wheeling.
Yeah, see?
It's a crazy four-wheeler now.
Yep. Texas marijuana legalization. Arkansas rejects proposed marijuana ballot title. Specifically, the Attorney General rejected this proposed ballot title.
I was talking with Joe Gifford down there in Arkansas last night about this. He's not a happy camper. This is the fourth time, they said.
Why this is funny to me is because he's my cousin in Arkansas.
No kidding.
Hold on, I sparked up the phone. You're gonna have to take this over. The phone is
Sure.
messed up.
Go knock that thing back on.
Hold on, I
where it
gotta
was.
switch the camera in. The phone.
That's great. It's probably more entertaining to watch you just fall apart today. No, this is not as usual. This is.
God damn it.
This is he's about to knock the chair into the microphone, and this is above and beyond any redonkulousness Tim has brought to us usually.
No. I'm just fucking stony.
What I don't even know what he's actually doing over there, but he's done now. So.
The phone. I knocked.
Did you eat 1,000 milligrams?
God dang it!
Finally,
Excuse me. No, I'm just really stony. If you want me to act serious, I'll act serious. All right.
You've never been this stoned on JDR with me before.
Yeah. Yes, when we first started doing it, I was way stoned because my tolerance is like way down.
I'm just about to do another dab.
I could do another dab anyway, but I mean, I'm just trying to not overdo it. You know, because I have a budget. So, anyway, I knocked the phone off the thing.
Not like we take calls
The
anyways.
phone off the hook. That's the private line.
Why don't we take some calls?
No, that's all right.
Why not? You afraid of what people are going to say?
I don't like talking to people.
Well, I'm kind of a person. This is like that time you had half a beer
Joe.
on the air and got drunk.
Oh yeah, half a beer.
That half of it, the 420 ale over there.
Oh yeah, it took half a beer to get me
You're
drunk.
like, I don't get drunk. I don't get drink beer. It's weird.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, so I was chatting with your cousin, apparently.
Yeah. That's just funny. They cracked me up like crazy.
Apparently. I didn't know where you were going with that.
First of all, it cracked me up that you were talking to my cousin, and then it cracked me up because I was like, my cousin in Arkansas.
It's good to have people all over the place, especially when stuff's going on.
That's funny. Anyway, that does suck. Like, it does. It's some. I mean, all right. Here, let me read the. We'll just read it right now. How about that?
Go for it.
The thing about that dab is, giant dab, and why I'm not a huge fan of
What do you
bigger
mean a
dabs like
giant
that.
dab?
Like a larger dab. It wasn't maybe giant. The large dab, I'd rather take like 2 medium dabs, 3 smaller dabs, something like that. Break it up smaller.
I just broke you one off.
To make sure that the coating of everything is a little bit more spacious in the lungs. So it's not like there's not like smoke sitting in the middle of the lung not being absorbed. And then also at the same time too, I got all this shiz.
Where? In your intestines, in your bowel?
I don't dab a ton.
Oh.
So like if I take a huge dab or whatever, you know, you can get semi-phlegmy. Not everybody does, but
Do you?
I do. I do.
Cough it up. Let's hear it.
But see, the thing is
Healthy.
I've had asthma before. So
You cured it?
Yeah, but we've also seen studies that say that, you know, this is not an issue. Repairable. All right, anyway. I just was calling myself out before anybody else did.
Yeah, we know you had asthma and cured it.
I did used to have asthma when I was a kid. Horrible asthma, man. I was like, not kidding. Darth Vader.
When I was a kid, I was much younger. But I didn't get asthma. I got the chicken pox.
I did get the chicken pox too when I was
mononucleosis.
You got mono?
Hell yeah.
I did not get mono.
Get that shiz over with, man.
Hell no. I don't want to get it at all, period. It would kill someone like me.
No, it wouldn't.
I got mine. Arkansas Attorney General Dustin McDaniel has rejected a proposal to ask voters.
Excuse me.
Shut
Sorry.
the fuck up.
Since you have,
God.
Since you have, can we just keep this local here? And can you do this with an Arkansas accent, please? Please,
dude. I was thinking yesterday. I lost the Boomhauer.
Just do it in a slight news reporter.
I don't think I can do
Little Rock. Or just a slight draw. It'll make it. It'll start flowing like my Boston accent does when I was hanging out with Chandri the other day. It'll start flowing. It'll be way more entertaining.
I don't. But see, I haven't been to Arkansas in a long time.
You're from the South.
Arkansas Attorney General Dustin McDaniel has rejected a proposal.
What is with the rasp? You don't have to do the rasp. Just a draw.
No, you got to create a new character, dude.
You don't.
I can do Boomhauer.
All right, do that. I guess I'll close my eyes and pretend not to laugh at you.
That dang old Attorney General Dustin McDaniel has a dang old rejected proposal to ask that dang old voters to end a prohibition on marijuana. Woohoo! McDaniel rejected that dang old proposal this week, saying it contains ambiguities. That dang old proposal from Arkansas. The Arkansans for medical. You dude, it ain't gonna make sense to him.
This is it. This is working. Go ahead.
The proposal.
Go with it. Roll with it.
That dang old proposal from the Arkansans from medical cannabis calls for an amendment to be to the state constitution that declares the cannabis to be that dang old agricultural commodity, that medicinal product and intoxicant. That dang old McDaniel's opinion said that the dang old group previously submitted 3 similar dang old measures which the attorney's office rejected. Arkansas for medical cannabis spokesman Robert Reed to say his dang old group will review the dang old situation with McDaniel's opinion and resubmit
less dangle.
Similar. Shut up.
Less dangle.
All right, McDaniel said this
more
year
accent,
also
less
rejected
dangle.
the wording.
You can't finish it, and no one's paying attention.
No,
to your
it
voice.
just fell out. You got to practice a voice.
No,
I haven't done that voice in like over a year.
Improv
probably.
is way better than anything you can practice.
Man, I don't think so.
You were leaning. The dangle was your crutch, though. You kept going.
I know,
to the
but
dangle.
but you gotta that's the first thing you gotta learn about Boomhauer.
The thing is, you got to get the accent. You got to distract people with the accent.
Dude, I haven't done
instead of.
I haven't done any voice talent.
The best time to practice is
forever,
right
dude.
now.
Our mics are a little hot. Shh.
Maybe you could do the next story like, what's his name? Eddie Grant, the Electric Avenue.
So basically,
You know that guy's voice?
if you didn't understand anything I said there, the Attorney General rejected the proposal, the amendment to the state constitution that declares cannabis agricultural commodity, medicinal product, and intoxicant. McDaniel's opinion said the group previously submitted 3 measures, which the AG rejected.
The chat room is applauding. Clapping. Well done, Tim. I understood everything more than ever, Tim.
Whatever.
They're all applauding. Well done.
They'll review the Attorney General's opinion, the group that submitted this, and resubmit a similar proposal.
I seriously pay
It's probably
attention.
going to get rejected again. This is bullshit.
I pay attention more when you're talking in an accent. That's definitely true. Because I'm just zoning out when you're just like doing the nose like this and you're talking about everything that's normal in newsprint voice. I just go like,
All right.
You know when they show Homer Simpson's thought bubble and it's just a mechanical monkey playing the drums in his thought bubble? That's what I got going on.
Crap, I clicked on...
That dry toast voice that is very robotic and news-y.
That was in a San Francisco paper, by the way. Or San Francisco, online. Completely opposite of paper, is what I do mean.
Jiminy Crickets, Timothy.
What?
You use a different voice when you do stories. It draws people's attention longer and harder. You should just get a Vox so you can talk like a robot.
A Vox?
Yeah.
What happened to your sound effects?
Well, this is a brand new computer today, so I'm going to have to spend some time reloading. I downloaded
Did you get a brand new computer?
I downloaded the program, and I just got to start getting more of my WAV files into it as we go. So I should have a unlimited amount of sound effects starting tomorrow.
I don't think so.
Bike at johndoeradio.com. Send me your WAV and MP3 files.
I'm not sure you understand how hard it is to be a producer.
Well, I'm going to be adding this little bit to the show until it's voted down by the people who voted it in. The listeners.
Or the guy that runs the controls.
We're not smoking kratom in the studio today due to speculation in the chat room.
Smoking kratom?
Yes, I think you smoke kratom. You eat it. We're not eating kratom today.
Is it just me or are you just super loud?
Is there a kratom extract that you can dab?
No. Kratom is like that
intravenous?
Kratom is like that synthetic opiate shit.
I've heard about it. I just don't know how to do it or how to take it. How do you take kratom? You want to party?
It comes in pills, as far as I know.
Can we crush them up and snort them?
I don't exactly know. I've never used it, so not sure. Would not know. So yeah, thanks, Spike, for
just keeping up with the chat room and just clearing up that misconception that we're doing hot rails of kratom in the studio today.
Might look like a zombie because of
what is that thing you just did
sleep.
right there?
No sleep.
You just put the camera on me. You just went like this. You just went slowly. Talked at the same time as if no one knows what you're doing.
How about because I've been a radio DJ for a while and not really had a camera on me, so not really give a shiz what the hell I've looked like, what I'm wearing.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
How many times show I scratch my face? How many times I shave a week? It's really not something I gave a shiz about.
Knife hits are not hot rails, guys.
Whoa. I don't even, dude, knife hits are a waste of absolute time. Absolute ridiculous waste of time.
Guess what?
If you defend them, it's the only thing that you have. And in this day and age, knife hits are extinct.
Extinct. I'll tell you my pretty much one knife hit story.
I'm gonna talk like this the rest of the show.
I was living in Boston.
They're extinct. Wait. Hold on. We should have a funeral for knife hits. Because they got to be extinct right now in this day and glass age. All right? All right. We'll discuss this.
So, once a week, this kid would come, I guess it was once every couple of weeks, this kid would come on the bus, the Greyhound from California, and he would have a hockey bag. And he would have pounds of Cali Export Bud, hockey pucks of Keef, and every once in a while, no, never any hash, but definitely Keef. Every once in a while, he would have a little tiny little crack vial jar, brown jar with a black top, and it was about half full of honey oil. And this just looked like it was like a couple drops of honey in there, but it smelled like the sweetest limonene, citrusy smell.
I used to roll like that all the time.
And it was like $180 for this. What are those things? What is a dram?
Dramule.
A dram with like, it was half full.
Dram.
And it went through so many hands by the time we got there. And we would do like literally take a knife hit. We would take like a nail, and I think we'd
You told us this
drop
story
that
before.
on there. Yeah, and we didn't really get very high because of what we weren't smoking
That's
enough.
because
but the
knife hits are a
flavor-
piece of shit.
Yeah, well, the flavor was amazing though. The end.
I used to roll with vials of Earl quite often.
This is 1990.
I know, but not
6.
All right, see, I'm just proving that this shiz was around before, or you are just proving shiz was around before.
Yeah. I'm an old ass man. First time.
How old are you?
I'll be 27 next month.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, well,
So
my
just seeing
actual
how I'll
age
be-
or how I act? That's still 16.
Yeah, that's true too.
So,
That
yeah,
is
and
true.
then
Here, I'm just gonna wear my sunglasses.
if
the
you want
rest
to go
of the
back
show.
even further to 1990, no, this is 1993 in West BF, Massachusetts, way out there, living in this hippie house
This is Mike tells a story.
outside UMass Amherst. This is just a hash story that popped in my head.
Okay, go.
Because that was probably my second experience with hash, that honey oil thing, or
I just
third.
remembered something.
So my second one was this dude, Bevan Brady. I'll never forget this kid. He was younger than me even at the time. He had a hockey puck that he cut into a square, glued to another hockey puck on top of it, and he had a giant stitching needle pushed all the way through. So he had a hockey puck, and then a square hockey puck on top, and then a needle coming through. And he had a beaker with just the top, just like enough to stick a pencil hole through in it. And we had this blonde Moroccan hash, had this like dragon stamp burnt into it. And we take a chunk. He's like, "This is the only way to smoke hash. Don't let anyone tell you." An old hippie told me this. And he'd put a little chunk on the needle. He'd light it on fire, count to like 30, and then put the beaker over it, let it fill up with smoke, and then just go. So you're just getting a pure hash. And I remember getting
That's
extremely
pretty awesome.
wasted
I like that idea.
off some blonde Moroccan hash.
That's a pretty damn good idea.
and then
I like that
and
idea.
then after that, it was
you know what?
it was
should
all.
Whip,
yeah,
we should whip that out at one of these cups, like for real, with one of the balls, Moroccan balls. We should,
well, you could do
or
this
something
with
like that. We should work with Murphy and do
do this with an extraction tube. Yeah, we could, but
That would be the shiz. I have an extraction tube.
and then anytime 9 out of 10 times after that, I got hash in Boston. It was this black hash from Canada, and it was $15 a gram, and it had this very distinct flavor, and it pretty much would give you a headache every time.
This, dude, one of the first unique times that I hit hash was at the first Cannabis Cup here, Broadway Wellness. Or no, it wasn't the first Cannabis Cup. There was like this first, like this hash bash get together thing, and Broadway Wellness was giving out coal hits.
Oh, from your hookah?
No. It was just like you would, well, kind of like, it was sort of the idea. You just like heat up a coal, and then you'd have a wand, and then put the hash on top of the coal. I mean, you would burn the coal would be burning, and then take a hit through the wand. So, and that caught on pretty decent here in Denver. I still got that freaking smashed up side of my mouth, so
From punching yourself in the head, finally?
From biting the crap out of my mouth. I'm surprised I haven't bit it again. Knock on wood.
It's not real wood.
That's wood right there.
So, yeah, we'd... hash never really came around. But
so that got big.
No.
I almost knocked the
when it did,
thing over.
Everyone, it would go fast. Everyone would get excited and buy up the $15 grams of black hash. It'd be black on the outside with a little lighter color on the inside. This probably happened 4 times. We got that brick of blonde Moroccan that was as hard as like a pill. You cut it with a knife and it would go ching, like flying across the room, your little hit.
Fuck that shit. I stay away from, and really, honestly, I don't want to smoke any hash that's, I don't.
It's 20 years ago.
The only reason why I like smoking water hash right now is because people have gotten really good at it. People like Murphy and Nicotine. I mean, it's good. Derek, I always throw him in there because he's always one of the first dudes who taught me how to make hash, and I still think he makes some of the best water hash there is. If it wasn't, I should. Let me start some other shiz here too. I think, if it wasn't for Nick being under the, obviously, this is an obvious answer. This is an obvious statement, right?
What are you saying?
If it weren't for Nick being under the Pearl, which I'm not saying if it weren't for, because Nick is the hash maker, water hash maker at the Pearl stores, essential extracts at Pink House. I don't know why I said Pearl stores. At Pink House. Mm-hmm. Derek, is part of that group. I think Derek would be the water hash maker had Nick not.
I was surprised.
He's always got a place to go as a water hash maker, is what I am saying. Then I'm not saying that either one is better.
When I ever saw Derek posting in an extract artist, the EA group on Facebook, it was always water hash, and I'd always heard Derek Cummings was a water hash maker. When I heard he was going to Pink House, I was like, to make water hash?
He made that shiz behind the scenes, man. Like,
yeah,
like back in the day, man. I'm serious. Like before anybody was making wax. Like there's one thing. There a lot of people claim a lot of things, but here's the thing. Like somehow innovated in his own way. I mean, there was nothing really heavily available on the internet at this point in time. Through just knowing what to do and through knowing that wax probably wasn't a finished product, the only person that had like any kind of sap, any kind of Earl that would snap, shatter type Earl, like I will hand that to him. Man, jam it, and I got to learn it too. So that's when I was talking about like carrying around like vials of Earl and shit.
Yep. It
was around the time that really a lot of nobody had this stuff. The very early years of modern Earl.
Modern Earl.
We need to have a.
Is that a David Bowie song?
No. It needs to be. Earl. It needs to be a reality series. Modern Earl.
I don't even want to
modern day
to do
Earl.
with that or promote that, and you shouldn't either.
I would love to be a part of that. That would be.
You kind of look like Tobey Maguire a little bit today. Is there anything Tim looks like Tobey Maguire in some certain lights?
Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, he's Spider-Man, right? Doodle Pie says yes. It's not just me.
Jesus criminy.
Go ahead, Spidey. What do you got?
What's that one guy's name? The one guy I did get. Vanilla Ice.
You don't look like Van Winkle, whatever his name is.
That's not his name.
His name's like.
No.
His name is.
Anyway.
His last name is Van Winkle.
You got a brand new computer there?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Vanilla Ice I've been referred to before. What's that guy like Dawson's Creek, and then on that Skulls, the Skulls movie?
I don't know, so Skulls.
Pacey or whatever his name is. That was on Dawson's Creek. That dude.
I did. Tobey Maguire.
Like back in high school. I got like
celebrity
that dude,
sighting.
and then that dude got all chubby.
Who am I looking up again?
I don't know. Remember?
Who do you look?
Vanilla Ice.
Oh yes, Vanilla Ice's name.
Damn, it's already 45 into the hour. Yesterday,
Robert Matthew Van Winkle is his name.
All right.
Let's go flark your couch.
Hey, touche. I have a lot of anxiety today.
You're riding the bull, dude.
I don't know what the hell. No, I'm just having a lot of anxiety.
Ride the bull.
Last couple of days. I think it's part of not sleeping last night. But last night, when I haven't been listening to the shows back as much as I should be and as I want to be. You know, going back and listening to your room. And last night, I went back and listened through yesterday's show, and it made me laugh. I was cracking up during it. And I think I fell asleep halfway through and then woke up back again and cracked up. Made me smile. I was like, this is funny. So when I can actually listen to myself, I guess that's a positive thing. It's not all the time.
Well, I'm glad you can be positive when you can be.
That's good.
When you're not being positive, just know I'm secretly saying, go fuck yourself, Tim, in my head.
Why would you think I would think anything other?
Okay. No, I'm just not. I'm just saying, Lord, please give Tim the strength to get through this, please.
Yesterday we talked about that story, which I didn't think would carry any weight at all, but I still covered it. The study about the slacker stoners.
You covered it the same way you kick sand over a turd at the park because you don't want to pick it up.
Yeah, well, everybody and their mother thought that turd was a
heaping steamer is what it was.
No, everybody thought that turd was a nice candy bar. That's disgusting.
Do you mean like the pool scene in Caddyshack?
Yep. Dude, by late afternoon yesterday, Huffington Post, everybody and their mother picked up this fucking story, dude. I mean, you name it, everywhere. Discovery News, LA Weekly, US News and World Report, Huffington Post, Medical Daily, HealthCentral.com, even Investors Journal. And it's all, see, the problem with the story is it's completely spun. It's so fucking spun. It's ridiculous.
Did Barron's cover it or Black Inches?
It's based on the idea that dopamine levels and all this other stuff will make you feel less motivated to do things and less feel good, or will make you feel less good. Like the study's based on feeling less good as your dopamine falls, so therefore you don't want to do anything else.
Yeah.
Off of like 19 people that we laughed our asses off about yesterday. It's like, obviously these people did not come to Colorado and survey the industry.
We don't have to survey the industry. The industry are like people around here. We can just ask them.
Science proves that weed makes you lazy.
That's a heaping steamer.
Big surprise. Smoking pot lowers motivation.
Makes me think better and more, so therefore you can't prove what's going on inside my head.
Smoking marijuana will destroy dopamine levels in your brain. Brain scans suggest marijuana may squelch motivation. Dude, this is like, I talked about this at the grocery store yesterday, and
this article is making me want to just sit here and not do shiz.
Yesterday, I talked about this with a few people over at the grocery store, and they couldn't believe it. I mean, maybe, I don't know where this was studied. Like,
shocked.
I can't remember. Like, I don't know if we mentioned where the study was. I don't even want to get back into it.
The study comes from Dr. Thurstone.
No, not. It doesn't. Just for the record.
We could just assume that he's involved somehow.
That's the guy that thinks that you all are going to shoot up.
He wants to sterilize
Live Science
stoners.
LiveScience.com. Live Science.
Castrate stoners. After we start injecting it. Which Tim is volunteered to take an intravenous cannabinoid injection, which we got the BBC in here to do the American version of that show.
I don't know, man.
Would you do that?
I don't know.
I'm asking you right now. Would you take a cannabinoid?
At first, I'm like, I've seen it done before.
You've seen a
why not?
British lady do it.
Then-
do you think she smokes as much as you? Her tolerance is as high as yours?
No, but at the same time, I don't think your tolerance really matters at that point in time. The first
Took
time you
10
ever fucking do that,
It took 10 minutes for one of them to kick in.
dude. It gives me the heebie-jeebies just thinking even shooting up at all, anything. Like
Well, you're not shooting
I'm already
up.
like nerves are rocked today anyway for no sleep, and like now my arms skins are crawling.
Arms of
Skins is
skins is
crawling.
crawling. Just thinking about getting some intervene skis.
No, forget that.
Really? What if we would get more listeners for the show?
No, I mean, for research purposes, I would probably do it. But the initial reaction is for woohoo stoner reasons, and you'd be like, no, I don't know, and then you're like, I gotta think about this a little bit more. Oh, the light,
Proper modulation.
dude, it's all foggy around me. Freedom Day tomorrow. So I got to figure out what the hell I'm doing tomorrow. I can't just be doing nothing on the most glorious day of the year, besides 420.
Yellowana can hear your skin crawling through the microphone. What's up, Yellowana?
That's because she can probably feel it, too.
Good to have you in the chat room again.
We talked about kitties a minute ago. Cats. Being crazy. Anyway, so that story kind of did pick up legs and run. Why would it not? But see, you know how much stupid crap comes out about marijuana and doesn't really, like, it's, I mean, that's not the highlight anymore. Bad is not the good of marijuana coverage right now for anybody. So I don't know. This had the right amount of bullshit attached with the stoner demotivation. That's exactly what it was. Played into a stoner stereotype. Somebody with enough punch to actually to actually, dude. How do you even get a study for 19 people? How does that even work?
We could do that.
There's no way.
We could walk over to the RTD light rail across the street and wait for a train to stop and get 19 people to answer. Because people in Colorado are friendly. They'll answer surveys like a mofo.
Dude, and then every person you stop is gonna either be an expert on marijuana or have a higher level than any of these guys ever could.
The average person in Colorado.
Dude, and then one of the people that I was talking to yesterday, one of the things was like, and before I even got to mention it, because this is true also, and a warning, if you're gonna come to Colorado as a stoner, don't fart this shiz up either. Overrun everybody with people that don't want to do anything. But if that is true other places, I haven't been everywhere. In Colorado, if you're going to be a stoner when you get here, the first thing your friends are going to do is take you hiking to Red Rocks. Take you into the mountains. Dab you out. You're probably going to pass out. It's okay.
My first day
To
in
be
Colorado.
active, it's okay is what I mean. It's to be active.
Your first day was a long time ago.
My first day was like, bloop.
My first day in Colorado, about 6 years ago, I hadn't smoked in about 6 months before I moved here.
Like, people do shiz here.
I got off the plane at like 1 p.m., got back to my buddy's place at 5, smoked a bowl for the first time in 6 months, and I passed out till 11 o'clock the next morning. And that was my initiation into Colorado.
Yeah, man. I mean, all the stoners here, they don't just like get stoned and sit down. And, well, I don't know. There is a group of gamer. The gamer exception is always the rule. Is always, but see, honestly, the older I got, I thought I would never really shake that part. But I haven't gamed in, I don't know, like since I left Chad's house.
One time, there's only
Crazy,
one.
dude.
One time.
But I actually have with Gavin a few times.
One time,
I'm probably going to
considered.
FIFA soccer it up.
One time, I considered to actually quit smoking weed. One time that I remember, I'm like, I'm going to stop smoking. And I woke up from a horrible dream, and I was like, don't ever do that. Don't let yourself think that way.
The one time?
I was like 22, 23 years old.
I've been forced to quit smoking a few times and then thought about, maybe are these drug people that are talking smack about this, are they right? Are they right? But my opinion has always been there's usually, if there's a problem and it's attached to marijuana, there's usually a bigger underlying problem. You know what I'm saying? Marijuana becomes quite often the very first culprit, the very first go-to.
It's
If you can't afford weed, probably shouldn't buy it. That's
How
really
many
one of
times
the
have you
biggest
heard-
ways that you can abuse weed is if you can't afford it.
Well,
I mean,
how many times have you heard that this term, marijuana, is the gateway drug?
they've stopped using that,
Have you heard people say that before to you?
but they
Or
still
in
use
general?
it in places. Dude, all the time.
Okay, no, hear me out.
It only
Hear me
here
out.
recently was just stopped.
How funny is it that I think that it's perfectly clear that it's actually the direct opposite of the gateway drug. It is the exit drug. A lot of people
Many people.
use a lot harder drugs. They get stuck in that lifestyle. And when they realize that all their friends are dead or in jail and they're older and they're still alive and they want to stop, a lot of them just smoke weed and they credit weed with saving their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of an exit
But then people
drug.
would be like, they're still not saved. They're still gonna go to hell.
Yeah, you definitely do a southern accent when you say that.
Why can't people just stop smoking weed? Hey, Samson. I want to talk to Samson. The glass blower? Dude, those sick reticellos.
I heard he's a masshole.
Shiz like that. I think he is, yeah. We interviewed him a few times.
Mass Super Skunk.
He got this shirt.
He wants to get a ready, and I'm like, you should get a Samson. He's a masshole. He's like, nah, I'm going to get someone with a name. And I'm like, dude.
This guy's pretty cool. But he has a shirt. Before I forget what I was gonna say, a shirt that says like something like "I am marijuana free." But the point of it is like there's this big group on Facebook. I don't know who started it, how it got started, but there is this redonkulous group on Facebook that's like anti-marijuana, completely making up crap about marijuana. You've seen it in the
it's
memes.
called all capital letters. Stop weed smoking is the name of the group.
There might be one or two of them even too, but
That's one with like that lady.
dude, and
The
it's
lady that looks like Barney Rubble
it's scary serious. Like,
with the 5 o'clock shadow. No,
Like,
it's so fake.
I mean,
when
you-
she's saying,
you know what
stop Tommy injected a marijuana, and this is what he looks like now. And they show a picture of like a tweaker, and first they show a picture of an angel, and then they show a picture of a tweaker. I mean, it's ridiculous.
what if it's the first time that you're ever learning about this crap, and you're like, I guess I referred to marijuana as crap there. Sorry.
That's that brickweed that you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. What is the first time you're learning about
What is
drugs?
what
and
is the
that's
brown? What is the brownish shade of weed you'll admit to smoking?
I don't know. I've lived in Colorado my whole life.
I
dude,
know.
So,
You've always had money to buy weed? Have you ever smoked some?
No, I haven't. What do you mean? I've
You ever-
always had
you ever-
money.
Have you
I've
ever,
had
have you ever
Mexican
smoked stuff?
swag here.
Have you ever smoked stuff that was as brown as the Philly that you were
Mexican
rolling
swag here?
in? Have you ever smoked stuff that was as brown as the Philly
Will
that you were
calm
rolling
down?
it in?
Just calm down. Take a
It's
deep
sorry,
breath.
I'm riding the bull.
All right, calm the fuck down. Jesus. Dude, I'm sure it's been like black.
Okay. And you're not talking about like a Nigerian nightmare strain.
Dude,
It's
I'm
black
sure-
and purple.
Dry, nasty.
Have you
nasty.
ever seen live tiny little orange spiders when you broke up a brick?
Dude, that's disgusting.
Did you smoke them
I
anyways,
don't know
like
if
we
I,
did?
Even if I did, I don't want to think about it. Like, wow.
Did you
That's
ever
sad.
you ever been in a situation with a bunch of your friends and only one of them had weed, and there was someone and this is back in Massachusetts where people weren't really.
I want that soundbite that I just said where you were like, have you ever broke that spider's up? And I was like, no, I have never. I can't believe that. That's sad. No, I'm kidding.
I'm lost.
That's sad.
So yeah, I mean,
Anyway.
not everyone who's like willing to break out their bag and smoke all the time. People stingy because it was not easy to get all the time and kind of expensive for what it was, and we knew this. What's the matter? Fecal mites?
No, I kicked myself.
Don't do that.
All right, go.
So, we do things like someone would show up and they'd be jonesing and they want to smoke a bowl. So someone would say, all right, I'll smoke a bowl, but first you have to take a bong hit of all seeds. Like in a metal bowl through a graphics bong. And we just do crazy stuff like that. And then
A few times I've seen that done.
Or smoke a bowl of nerds before.
What?
This is what we do to our friends.
A bowl of nerds?
Whatever we could think of that was gross.
What if the seeds one, dude, is right now it would never fly. Actually,
I did that was me that smoked the nerds, by the way.
For a party, doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me one bit.
Two guys, two friends of mine, and I'm sure they remember this. Jim Bob and Chris.
The seeds idea is a great party gag here.
Yeah, it's just like, have you ever seen prankdab.com?
Dude, if you could rip a bowl
of seed... Have you ever seen prankdab.com?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Where they put like chicken McNuggets on a dabber and dab out a guy. Or similar things, tampon, whatever.
No, actually, I haven't seen that, no.
Check it out, it's kind of brutal.
I don't think I will. I'd rather probably not. That doesn't sound very interesting.
Pig's nipple.
Big thanks to Big Grow Supply. BigGrowSupply.com. If you need to get anything grow related, obviously that's why their name is Big Grow Supply. Grow big. Go to BigGrowSupply.com.
Use the supplies to grow big.
And on Facebook, you can catch him. Colin's the guy that runs the Facebook page. If you want to match any prices on Facebook, anything like that, they can take care of you there. GrowBigSupply.com. I got an itch on my mustache there. GrowBigSupply.com, WarrenEdson.com. Big thanks to Warren and all the crew at Edson, Maton, and Matts. If you need criminal defense, cannabis business consultation, family law, WarrenEdson.com. Also thanks to Element420.com, CO2 Extract, and Medical Marijuana Center. Contact Alex, get him on. Compassionate Pain Management, Holistic Wellness, and Medical Marijuana Center in Lakewood and Louisville, Colorado. CompassionatePM.com. Lakewood and Louisville, CompassionatePM.com. All right, so yeah. What else you got for today, buddy?
That's the thing. I really didn't have much.
Sad.
I had a couple hash stories on somebody. Sorry, dude.
Absolutely no show prep on your part.
Got here way late.
That's sad on your part, man.
Well, don't
sad
cry
for you.
Don't cry out loud.
The news I have is short stories too. Really is a slow news day. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for tomorrow. That's all I can really think about right now.
What are you thinking about? Are you thinking about going to the water park?
No, I'm not gonna go to the water park. Did we talk about that earlier? I wasn't a fan of swimming that much.
Well, you don't really swim. You just kind of float there. You slide.
Your hair kind of looks funny too, like that.
You like that?
Hold on.
I'll leave it like that for you.
Hold on. It's just pushed up. It looks funnier in person than it does on the camera.
Don't really matter to me one way or the other.
Governor Chris Christie has not decided whether he will sign a bill making it easier for children to participate in the state's medical marijuana program. That's still quite frustrating. The bill would require parents to obtain only one doctor's recommendation rather than 3 the state law now requires.
Come on, Chris Christie. Come on.
Dubious any changes to the law.
Governor.
He remains dubious any changes are necessary to the law. I don't understand why that's a problem, said Christie said of the
Governor. Say call him Governor.
I don't understand why that's a problem, Christie said of the 3-doctor requirement. And if folks can't get physicians to sign off on this, then that tells me something. This is supposed to be a medically based program that is their last resort, not a first resort. My counsel's office is looking at it now. Doesn't sound like he's going to sign it.
Is D Smooth Derek? Someone just wants to know when D Smooth is returning to the show.
When D Smooth?
Yeah. When is D Smooth returning to the show?
I don't think we ever referred to Derek as D Smooth.
Who's D Smooth?
DC.
Dominicano. Dominicano asked that.
Oh, yeah, he would know. He would be D Smooth.
That would be Derek?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, okay. Derek,
I don't know. You're his best buddy now.
he liked the Fark Your Couch and said hilarious. Comment is hilarious on it. On the logo.
Nice.
My current profile picture.
Well, you should. I don't have any way to get a hold of him. I'm gonna be honest with you, other than running into him. And every time I run into him, I say, "Hey, your best buddy wants to have you on the show again."
Again?
Yeah, well, of course, he's been on the show before.
Oh, not with me.
Well, I meant. All right. Well, he would like to get you on for the first time with him.
I gave up. I've asked him a half a dozen times. He's a busy dude.
45 more days.
We're gonna have a special hash guest on Friday. I haven't told you that. Some East Coast love hash.
Really?
Look at you scratching your fecal
I don't know
spots.
if we're going to be here Friday.
What do you mean?
Might take
Friday?
Thursday and Friday off.
Guess what? We didn't. This guy's flying in to do the show, so you can't take Friday off.
Flying in to do the show?
Specifically.
No way.
He's in the chat room right now, actually.
Got to have other business besides the show.
Nope.
Christie has. Would you quit talking about the farking mites too? By the
Well,
way,
so you just digging in your nose on the outside
Dude.
of it.
45 days Governor Christie has. He's able to act on it. Doesn't sound like he's going to act on it, though. Bill would also allow marijuana dispensaries to grow more than 3 strains of marijuana and sell it in an edible form. Conditions state rules forbid aside from the sale of lozenges. Ace, you want to get some lozenges? That's a little bit frustrating. It's always been one of the most frustrating things covering, because you've always seen the will of the people push for marijuana reform. Always seen it in certain places. It's always been something that you can point at 1 or 2 people as a roadblock or a dam that's been created in the road for why cannabis legalization hasn't pulled through.
They need that.
Right now, it's pretty obvious with the entire nation being in favor of it now. Pointed towards the top of leadership. Not necessarily Obama or anything, but, you know, the people running this fucking country, making the decisions. You know what I mean? And that's always been the most frustrating thing covering news is you've seen an increase in it not happening anymore and people overturning these 1 or 2 people, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it may be, the Congress, Senates. And I mean, it sucks because these people are acting, thinking they're acting on the will of the people, but really it becomes, like this story said, a political issue for them that they feel if they go back on, or not go back on, if they feel if they allow or soft on drugs, that they're going to get screwed. I hope that the polls and everything that we're noticing lately shows these people that, you know what, this your situation and your stances could start to backfire quite heavily, as they should. We should just vote these people out of office, period. And put in people that have better ideas of policy over everything, not just cannabis. I've been out of watching the news for a while. Heard the other day that craziness is going down in Egypt again. I think it was yesterday I heard it on NPR when I was listening. That's another thing is, I didn't want to be rude yesterday, but like, I thought it was one of the most ridiculous questions I've almost ever been asked. Do you listen to the radio? Of course I listen to the radio.
I asked you that, I think.
You did, but someone in the chat room asked me it too.
Oh, okay.
I guess maybe they were asking what specific shows would you listen to or whatever. News programs, I quit kind of listening to. Bubba the Love Sponge, I quit kind of listening to. Local radio. Back to that.
680. 680 is. Oh, hold on. Is
I don't know.
K what? What's the radio station? 680 with Pete Boyle used to be on. KOA.
630 K-How.
KHOW and then 850.
760
KOA.
The Zone. He was when it was when I was there. It was a sports thing. Anyway, no, I listened to NPR yesterday too.
Yeah, I thought I'd tell you kind of have an NPR tone of voice.
Nah.
You do. You sound like TPR. Tim Public Radio. Or toilet paper radio.
That would be your show. If you had a show on this network,
Called
on
Shiz-
iCannabis
They would
Radio,
call it Shiz Tickets.
you would call it TPR, Toilet Paper Radio. That's funny. What else I got here? Paying sales taxes isn't easy if you don't have a bank account. It's making it back into the news, becoming more and more of an issue. And you know what? I saw Mickey Martin the other day mention in a comment that the IRS giving more problems than anything other than than any other federal agency here in Colorado.
Yep.
Which, I mean, I could see that probably happening. I mean, at the same time, you'd have to be able to well, actually, I mean, never mind. I was gonna make a stupid comment there. We do need to be able to pay.
Way to cut yourself off twice today.
I'm proud of myself, man.
I'm proud of you, dude.
I'm proud of myself. Look at I imported this water all the way from 5 Points.
Fantastic.
He actually said I'm fantastic. I don't give a fuck. Hey, have you seen this crunchy chicken enchilada melt? Might have to check that
Why
out.
don't you tell me about it?
At Subway.
What's
With the
it-
crunch of Fritos.
What's inside?
I don't know. It looks like a crunchy chicken enchilada with Fritos and other stuff.
I don't like eating Subway.
I'm not a big fan of Subway either.
Does not have as much MSG as Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's tastes way better, but Jimmy John's, you're hungry 15, not even 12 minutes after you're finished a number 9 Italian nightclub with no tomatoes. You're ravishingly hungry after 15 minutes tops.
I had a Snarf sandwich yesterday.
I've had Snarfs before. It's damn good.
Yep. They are very good.
Hey,
I can eat that in Panera Bread quite often.
I don't know if Doodle Bump or whatever his name is still in the chat room out in Western Mass, but we got DP Dough out here in Denver. Have you ever had DP
What?
Dough?
DP Dough?
DP Dough. It does not stand for double penetration.
I did.
It does not. It's DP Dough. It's all calzones, and I used to eat there in 92, 93, 94
That actually sounds really good.
in Amherst, Massachusetts, and it still exists there. You can go to dpdoughdenver.com, free plug there, just to see what they have. It's awesome. They have 1,000 different calzones.
That actually sounds. The calzones sound fantastic.
And it's pretty good. I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna propose that for the next lunch at work. The owners of Have a Heart in Seattle, medical marijuana access point, found out the hard way that they needed a bank account when they had to bring in nearly $40,000 in cash in a briefcase to a Washington State Department of Revenue office in Seattle. They said it took tax collectors 2 hours to count the cash, which, done in full view of others paying taxes in person. Thanks for putting us in that situation.
Well,
Banks. We have a big pile of money in front of us. You'd think they'd bring us into a back room, a place a little more private, said the co-owner Ryan Kunkel. Kunkel said he and his business partner Joel Berman e-filed sales taxes for 4 businesses for about 2 years until their banks closed their account last month. Banks are federally insured and usually won't do business with known marijuana companies because pot remains illegal under federal law. Kunkel and Berman said they couldn't get an armored car company to work with them.
Kunkel.
so they had no choice but to deliver the sales tax payment in cash. Dude, this is the worst nightmare of a business. I'm not saying there's not someone capable of like taking care of this, but
You know, back in the day,
that's serious. That's an armed car robbery. Like, dude, that's what that. Back in the day, what?
at UMass Amherst, when the basketball team was doing really good, it was Coach John Calipari who was taking them on the high road before he went to the NBA and sucked. But DP Doe had a special calzone named after him. I don't know if they still have it. It was called the Coach Calzone. They don't have that here at the Denver one. They have a few like local ones. And you know why? The only reason it does well here in Denver? DU. It's a college town hit.
It's over by
wherever it is.
DU.
No, it's on East Colfax. It's like it's in the hood of East Colfax.
Well, then why would it be a big DU?
They deliver. College kids love the shiz out of some DP dough.
All right.
Because they'll deliver you this calzone, a pint of Ben and Jerry's, and like a giant sugar cookie for like a reasonable amount.
Thank you for your input.
Funny you say DP and then input.
All right, that's enough.
Stop going there, Tim. It is for like a reasonable amount. I think it's like $12.
They said the Department of Revenue seemed unprepared for such a large amount of money. At one point, they said the revenue workers called the Secret Service when a question came up about the authenticity of a $20 bill. We're there trying to be compliant, pay our taxes, and they call the feds. A federal agent took the bill away and later returned to say it was legitimate. Nicole Ross with the Department of Revenue said her agency does not share information about particular businesses with the Secret Service. Only about the bill in question, Ross said. Because of the passage of Initiative 502 and the high number of marijuana businesses that are all cash, the department is actively reviewing procedures to make cash tax payments more efficient and discreet. Ross said the idea of counting money in a private interview room is something we hadn't thought about and something we could look at. They hadn't thought about it?
Everyone thinks about it. How's that? Do it again.
My nose itches like crazy.
It's
right
like
now.
only when I make eye contact with you, do it again. See?
Excuse me. I just have allergies. God dang it! I'm allergic to weed. This room is like filled with weed.
Everyone's allergic to weed.
Officials say a $40,000 cash transaction is very unusual.
How much?
$40,000.
Yeah, that's a couple bucks unless you're at a casino playing some mahjong.
Playing some what?
Mahjong.
Let me have another dab.
Let me have another dab. What?
Can I have another dab of the Bull Rider?
Can I have another dab of the Bull Rider? What? I'm not. This is your last chance.
Please?
Yes.
Jeez.
Jiminy
man.
Crizzix.
Hey, did you
Jiminy Crib? Did I? But
did you see this little design right here? It's like a
what is that called?
it's like a watermelon perk below here, like a barrel perk.
Yeah. But what is it going up top?
Watermelon perk's flat. Barrel perk there, and then
Some isotopes.
like upside down tree, but not slits cut in them, and then bent outward.
It's like
so they're like blossoming out.
beautiful. Who makes that?
Let me try and it's being sold on. Hold on, I gotta move this thing out of the way. It's being sold on the site. Anyway, I thought it was interesting. I don't know the quality of it or anything like that, but you know,
I like innovative perkology.
Did you know there's a group called Pyrology?
Did you know that my friend has a brand new Volcano classic model for sale for $400? So hit me up for local sale only.
Dude, you got to pay for shiz like that. We ain't no swap shop
He's
here.
a buddy of mine. I'm helping him out.
We should start charging people like a glass swap shop thing
I
or
don't
something
want
like
to charge
that.
no one for nothing.
That's like worst idea in the world for
yes.
Warren to say, all right, yeah, that's cool.
That was the worst idea in the world for him to say it's cool.
Yeah, because we were like,
Oh, he said go ahead?
if we were to like used glass company, like
Oh, yeah, dude.
negotiate
dude,
used
listen
glass,
to this.
no way.
A Boro pawn shop in Denver would make money and provide a service
But
as well.
you got to be under an ounce or have everybody in that damn place.
I'm talking about a pawn shop where you can go pawn your glass and buy other glass.
have to be clean.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. Duh, don't come in here with dirty glass, even though it would be cool. It wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth anything then. What are you looking for? I saw you looking left
I was looking for this. Boom.
to the right,
Here, take your...
up and down,
Here, Tim, take a dab.
into flight.
Read a story while I'm...
I'm showing
your
everybody
nail
the
thing.
dab there.
Oh, that kills some time, I guess.
And then right there. This is a darker dab than usual. The camera won't focus.
I
It's
piled it all up.
shatterific, though.
It's all like a pile.
I do enjoy the shatterificness of this.
Tell you what, you sure are welcome.
This dang old freedom dab. I like my dab.
I mean, free dab.
I got my dab freedom dab. Thank you.
The difference.
All right, fine. Who? Oh, this is recreational. I was like,
This is recreational.
who made this? Sorry, the bong is dirty though. There's a lot of dabbing. That
It's not
goes
even
through
that
this.
bad compared to how it usually is here. But that has pretty much become the daily driver here at JDR for months. The bong that Tim made. Ride the bull.
Woo! Thank you for that dab. That was nice. I did enjoy.
Sure are welcome. Tell you what.
I should have told you to be prepared to like do something for 5 minutes while I adjusted to the dab.
Adjusted. I actually
The
have
bull
to-
rider is some shiz, dude. It's a punchy. Punch. Oh, thank you for being so discreet about that. Since everybody didn't hear you. His shirt says on the back, which he's told us before, I just shattered my pants. Only Pike would wear a shirt like that. No, I'm sure other people would too. All right. Officials in Washington. Liquor Control Board meeting today to consider changes to the preliminary draft rules the agency released in late May. Those preliminary rules came from the board staff members who spent long hours visiting marijuana grow houses and researching the industry. Marijuana sales in Washington should begin in early 2014 unless the Justice Department stops them. Pot remains illegal federally. One of those blah blahs that you should blah blah over. I was really that's really waxy though. That's the only thing about it.
Your balls are really waxy.
No, that shatter's a little waxy.
Oh.
Not like wax, but I mean, you know, I got like wax on my lips.
That's probably the bong.
I know
because
the
it
rig is probably
bubbles
dirty.
up. I guess
But sometimes you take that hit and it's, you know, like you pass it through your lips to like shotgun it a little bit more. Give yourself a better hit off of the big dab. I don't know, at least that's what I think of doing.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, smoke clears your lips a little bit more, or hits your lips a little bit more. And
wrap your mouth around that whole opening next time.
I'm the only thing I could think of when you started saying wrap your mouth was wrap your mouth around the hot nail.
That's
Because
gross.
that's what the story you told the other day
The
about
girl
the
was-
hot nail.
That person has a void in their face because of that.
Was it a girl?
I assumed. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
My bad, ladies.
Damn.
Watch it be a guy now, and I look like a total douche as usual.
Dude, I would say the odds of it being a dude are probably pretty damn good.
Haggis and the Bastardos called BS on that story. Guys, it's not the first time I've heard this happening. And rumors happen, and voices carry. But I'm pretty sure this happened because I told you, I saw a girl wrap her lips around the hut. I saw a girl wrap her lips around a cherried up metal bowl back at UMass back in the day. And she was just drunk, and Jim Bob sparked it, passed it to me. I sparked it, passed it to her, and she just went, whoa.
Damn, that was a big dab face.
The story, this is up at Sonic Bloom, the festival up in the mountains in Georgetown here. People are partying, having a good time. Someone was heated up a domeless and passed it to this girl. And I'm sorry, passed it to this person. I don't know that it was a girl.
God damn.
I'll find out. And then she wrapped her lips around the domeless nail, thinking that was how you took a dab. And how far away from you?
That's a little scary.
From a hospital when you're camping at a festival in Georgetown, Colorado, population 843. Hopefully you go into shock and just pass out and wake up in the hospital.
I'm not even trying to think about it. It's so scary. It hurts it's painful, anyway. I heard a commercial yesterday that the fireworks ban statewide had been lifted. Still probably not a good idea, though, to launch fireworks in Colorado right now.
Dab face is classic.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't light fireworks, especially when you're...
That wasn't a bad
it's
dab picture.
Toast will capture this perfectly.
A moment in time of...
You were like, whoa, dude, I need to wipe the bead of sweat.
I wasn't sweating, though.
You look very pale, and your lips look dark. Like you were in dab land, and you hadn't come back yet.
I'm just pale today as it is.
Just in general, you're pale?
Yeah. Tired. Ready to pass out. I still got to work later, too.
Well, at least it's only going to be 63 degrees today.
63?
Inside in the air conditioner.
All right. Talk about the Florida bong ban for a minute. Ex-crackhead Representative Daryl Rousen.
Is that how he's titled?
This is from Broward Palm Beach New Times, which is equal to the Westward in Palm Beach, Broward County. Broward.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the most episodes of Cops were filmed, probably, Broward County.
Florida.
With that one cop with the short gray hair. Sheriff John Balloon Knot, whatever his name is.
The ex-crackhead Representative Daryl Rousen, that's what they say, who sponsored the bill that eventually became the bong ban law on Monday, is unhappy about how watered down it turned out to be when all was said and done. Rousen believes that pot is a gateway drug to things like crack.
Jenny Cush says, Tim, you're always pale.
Therefore...
No comment?
I've been less pale than I have lately. I've been out in the damn sun every freaking day.
Super Casper today.
That's because I did not sleep last night, man. I've been not sleeping well this past week.
It's great sleeping weather, too. It's a shame.
I know. It's surprising. I've been like, oh, don't fall back into this crappy sleep pattern. Don't fall back into this crappy sleep pattern.
At least there's sleep involved.
I think I, fell into a trance at a certain point. I had Earl last night. So when I have Earl,
yeah,
at least I could take dabs and be kind of out. Not really asleep.
You're not doing it right. You need
when
to
there's cats,
take them until put the cats in a room and shut the door, Tim.
Outsmart
the cats.
No, you cannot. I can't even. Dude, if I were to try and touch one of these cats,
outsmart the kitty.
I would be ripped to shreds.
Show me that your Connecticut School of Broadcasting degree allows you to outthink a cat, Tim.
They're like gymnasts at night and ninjas.
Seriously,
I mean, I've known this, but
you can go to King Soopers and get a spray bottle for $1.
They're
Train
extra
those dudes.
crazy sometimes.
Cats sense crazy, and they play off of it, so...
You're so funny.
Animals know when things aren't right, dude.
Where was I at on this dang thing?
Dang old Tim Hole.
And the deal is, what I've been trying to tell people about this bill, a few people have posted up things about there being, this big, huge bong ban.
Timmy Two
Really
Toes.
is all you have to, tobacco use only. As long as, pretty much just attach a sticker on that Mamma Jamma. Even then,
There's actually
there's a question whether or not you even sticker it. You just can't even talk about it being sold for
There's a pretty cool,
this bill specifically.
pretty well-known Millie Pull coins and chips that say for tobacco use only.
Yeah, I've
done
seen those.
by Lauren Stump and Lance McCrory.
I've seen
And
those.
everybody wants it. And I actually got a couple, and I didn't know how small they were going to be. I needed tweezers to pick them up, and I needed a microscope to read it, is how small they were. So I just re-pawned those off.
Anyway, that's just wanted to remind people.
Yeah.
And that guy's not happy with it, so there might be a revisit to this situation, which would suck, especially at a time where Florida is really making a decent push to legalize medical marijuana. I mean, it really feels like when you read the news and when you talk about certain places where it could come through. I mean, that's also one of the places, though, that you could have leadership step in the way. Because they have such a ridiculous... I mean, there's still ridiculous laws in Florida. It's still one of the places that they tried to crack down the heaviest on in the United States. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens there. It feels like it could have medical marijuana soon, though. Especially when you got silver tuna
The white is a Florida strain.
down there.
Chrome's the white, and is the black tuna on the silver tour.
Black tuna on the silver tour. You are right. God. I told you I'm tired today.
The white. You ever smoked some of the white, Tim? It's funny. It's called the white.
The
'cause
white?
It smells like the brown. It smells like straight diarrhea funk.
I've smelled the strain called the white.
Yeah, that's the one. Chrome's the white. Chrome with a K. The white. The one and only. The white. It looks like PM, but it ain't. It's funk.
The white. White fire.
No, this is not White Fire or Wi-Fi. This is the white period by Chrome. Out of Florida.
I know, that's why I was trying to double check with you right there. I'm pretty sure I've had it. I'm not too much of like an encyclopedia of strains.
I'm not either, but my head
You're better at it than me.
remembers a lot of strange stuff.
And really the best I know a lot of people that are really, really, really good at remembering strains and stuff, but for sure, when I always mention that, Rye Pritchard, that bastard, like an encyclopedia.
Rye is the go-to guy.
I can't believe how much.
Rye the go-to guy.
If anybody becomes famous for being an
There ain't much
encyclopedia for
weed.
it, he should be.
There ain't much weed that he ain't tried. And that's damn true.
We talked before about a St. Louis police sergeant who was trying to lobby for lesser penalties and smaller amounts of marijuana, among other things. He has been granted permission from the police chief, Sam Dodson, in St. Louis, to continue his lobbying effort. Attorney for Sergeant Gary Weigert, the attorney Al Watkins, says Sergeant Weigert's intentions have never been to make marijuana legal, but instead is a simple issue of citations for small amounts. He says, in effect, the city is already doing that. In his letter to Sergeant Weigert, Chief Dotson wrote, "Your proposed request for secondary employment as a lobbyist will be allowed." So this guy's he's not just like throwing his shiz as an activist. I mean, that's an activist. But I mean, putting yourself as a lobbyist, I mean, that's kind of at a point in time where, that's where you put your money where your mouth is. And a lot of these times. Because, and really, damn it. And at certain times, sell out. I have not been happy at all with
You better wash your hand
the way
if
that
you put your money where your mouth is after you throw shiz.
we might have to we might have the brand new See, I'm trying not to stomp on myself right now, so I just completely. We're gonna have a separate show where I'm just gonna talk about my gripes on the lobbyist situation. I think it has good parts, though. The thing is, though, I think there is good things. Some of the things that we worried about as stoners, you know, the big business coming in, big name, drowning out the little name. It's kind of, I mean, we don't have, I mean, our voice reaches outside of Colorado, but as far as anything happening and responsibility, as far as business and changes, I mean, it's this square state is where it's happening. And everything that these lobbyists are doing right now, I mean, they're sticking their stake deep into the ground. Now, I've heard good things. There's great things that are happening. You know, unionizing. That's probably what a lot of people will start in this state that are listening that'll think about right now, because there's a big unions push going on.
It's weird how there's not a lot of unions.
Good or not good. Good in the short term.
In general.
Make sure that we keep it good in the long term. But the lobbyists is what I'm concerned about. And we'll have a few lobbyists in here on the show coming up here soon. I've already been in the process of laying the seed of having that happen here. People that have, I mean, been successful here lately have had some great input on some of the laws and the hemp bill that's gotten awesomeness. Anyway, it's cool. And either way I feel about the way that these people think about things and the way that they're lobbying and pushing, including taxes, I'm still proud of, you know, most of these people that are my friends. It's good to see that these people are having their voices rise to the level of where, you know, you wanted to see them be. And that's making effect in the law. That makes sense. You just smashed your nose with the mic.
Yeah, I got all the fecal mites on my beard now. Boom.
So, yeah, did that make sense?
No, I phase out when you're talking
I know.
in your TPR voice. I need you to do an accent more once in a while, and I'll be like, hee, I'm listening. Seriously, that's how
It's
my
probably
brain
extra
works.
monotone today, too. It's
Yes.
all right, though. It's still
Yes.
entertaining.
Tim Bott is your host of the JDR show today. In news, we have...
You made my nose itch right there.
I made you nose itch by saying fecal mites.
No, by smacking it with the microphone there.
I'm 4 feet away from
I keep a distance. Try and keep a 2-inch distance at least from this mamma jamma.
Someone says that the shirt that says "Fark you a couch," the couch has to have fecal mites crawling on it.
No.
It pretty much does.
Why do you have to drag every single show into the dirt, man? Is that something that's just
Reading the chat room.
has to be done by you?
Reading the chat room. Dude, the dirt is not... Septic system is below the dirt, dude. Dirt is like average. They get grimy.
So, talking about that,
Talking about that.
that police sergeant, Sergeant Gary Weigert.
Sergeant Gary Weigert.
Can you stop that?
Can you stop that?
You're gonna immediately get muted.
I just need you to do some sort of
You're
accent.
gonna get muted.
Do
The chief, however,
can you do
did.
robot voice or Eddie Grant or
This didn't feel like a Friday. I would
Herman Munster.
choke you, dude.
Just do a different voice for a read.
God
Come
damn it.
on.
I'm almost done with this story. The chief, however, did leave himself
Just
an out.
do robot voice. It's so easy to do.
I don't want to.
It's so easy. Your voice is already trained this way. Danger. Danger.
How about you read it after I read it? I'll read a line and then you read it.
It'll be lame, but okay.
The chief, however, did leave himself an out,
The chief, however, did leave himself an out. It's not going to work.
saying he reserves the right to review.
Saying he reserves the right to review Tim's balls.
Revoke and or modify his determination.
Revoke and or modify his motivation to review Tim's balls.
Determination.
Mass termination of Tim's balls.
This is the best idea all day. Sergeant Weigert lobbies for the group Show Me Cannabis.
Tim puts balls of cannabis in his. Yeah.
Dude, you successfully been muted like I think a week straight here, every day at least. It's awesome. You can go fart your couch is what can happen.
I am Tim Bot. Yeah, I give you your balls more attention than anyone, so you should give me a little slack.
I should play with your tones over here. Could turn you into a real robot voice soundy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what you need, something.
I got the mad munchies now that we've blazed.
Robots don't eat food. You just need oil.
That is true, dude. That is true. What are you gonna do for the 4th?
I'm gonna do a show with you.
I don't think we're gonna do a show.
No, me and you. I'm gonna do a show in the 16th Street Mall. You're gonna tap dance.
What are you gonna do for the 4th? You don't think you're not gonna do anything crazy?
Oh, I'm gonna be happy that I'm American and American robot.
Usually people would say, I'm gonna go light some fireworks or I'm gonna go watch some
Fire
fireworks.
ban here in Colorado. I don't want to be.
Well, I meant to go watch some fireworks.
I don't even want to be near professional fireworks.
That's all I gave a dang about is where you were going to watch fireworks. But fine, don't let me know.
I honestly don't know. What is tomorrow's fireworks? I think we're gonna take the kids to see fireworks tonight somewhere.
Really?
Up north somewhere.
I do have. Dang it!
Dang
I gotta
it.
figure out what I'm gonna do fast.
Oh well, why don't you just relax? That's when you get into trouble.
Freaking out, man.
Just take a deep breath and realize that it's just another day, and you'll figure something out.
But I gotta see fireworks, man. I gotta see fireworks.
Punch yourself in the head. Free
It's my
fireworks.
favorite day of the year. Besides 420. That the marijuana mom. I think we might have mentioned it. I don't know. My memory is horrible. There's ridiculousness in that. But that the New York marijuana mom bonded out. I don't think we did mention that. But if we did, I'm covering myself. We did.
Do you want to watch a crazy teen on bath salts video
No, I don't.
to promote anti-bath salts?
No, I don't.
Some dispensaries still sell bath salts. For these ones that you could actually clean your balls with, not smoke or snort or whatever you do.
Oh, dude, why do I give you a microphone even? Like, dude. There's quite a bit of news, and I know we covered the news about regular marijuana use here lately, and it being a big topic of, like, demotivation. Drug warriors are going to use this show. I mean, look at him. He's completely baked. He proved it on camera. What did he do the 12 hours before? He laid there.
Play with cats. And not the fun kind.
Was it ridiculously hot for how cool it was
It
yesterday?
was gorgeous last night.
It just stayed the same.
Today is unbelievably beautiful.
It just stayed the same temperature the whole time through last night until like 4 o'clock in the morning. And then I was like, maybe fell asleep for a few hours.
When the sun comes up and breaks the hemisphere, the temperature drops a little bit before it starts to get warm again.
Really, Bill Nye?
Because it releases all the stink that gathers in the atmosphere at night. It releases that up into the upper
Bill
atmosphere.
Nye, the science guy. Bill Nye, the science guy.
Yeah.
The news recently, synthetic marijuana has unfortunately
Causing zombieism.
also tagged on to sell too. Hold on here. That's not the story that I wanted. God dang it, man. We're failing here at the end.
Pretty sure you're driving.
Hold on.
Radio
There-
show. Oh, hold on a second.
The local news not local news. The news that came out talked about synthetic marijuana causing brain damage.
From Dr. Thurstone. Some legitimate news.
which, I mean, that's not surprising there. I don't have to cover that story anyway.
Just don't smoke spice and shiz. That's what we're trying to say.
K2, all that other stuff.
Meth.
Also, you know, that Kratom stuff you were talking about, man, I think that's going to be one of the next ones that
Probably.
is gone down into the, that goes down into the illegal category. They get a hold of everything, dude.
As soon as you can get it at that Russian mini market on Colfax in York, then you know it's close to becoming banned.
The Russian mini mart? Because there's Indian mini marts too around here, too.
This is a Russian mini mart. It's called, I'm not going to say the name of it. I won't throw them under the bus that hard, but I've seen them raided a couple times.
What?
For selling spice and K2. Right next to the high school, East High School.
A lot of stories about people going to jail
Like
over
right on
K2.
the, touches the property of East High School, I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's probably a bad idea for them to do that.
Well, check them for kratom. Who's got that K? Oh, ketamine? No, kratom, yo.
Passage of Amendment 64 in November made marijuana legal in Colorado, but officials are still struggling to determine exactly what that means. On Tuesday, Pickens County commissioners held their first official decision. This is Aspen, by the way.
Coming at you from Aspen. How's your Aspen experience here in Colorado?
Marijuana is going to be an activity that will probably forever highly be regulated, said Pickens County Attorney John Eli. What exactly do you mean about that? But then added that many of the chosen regulations will be enacted. That's a little broad statement to make there. Enacted at the local level. In other words, it's up to the Board of County Commissioners if, how, and how much to regulate the commercial cultivation sale of pot within their borders. Dude, it would be crazy if they didn't allow recreational weed in Pickens County. I mean, I could see them restricting it, being very exclusive.
I don't need their civil war.
Dude, you don't need their. What is that supposed to mean? Can you explain yourself?
Sure. Well, they're starting a civil war if they are going against state rules.
What do you mean state rules?
State rule says that weed is not elite, is recreational.
Yeah, but you can ban the sales.
Oh, you're just talking about banning sales?
Duh.
Well, that's different. They can have their civil war then. Let's party.
God damn it, dude. Sometimes I wonder where you've gone off to.
No, you don't. Let me tell you don't want to go there.
Probably not.
Scary place.
No commissioner expressed anti-marijuana sentiments, but nobody expressed a wish to simply open the barn doors either. As a rancher, it was also added that pot is seen as an agricultural commodity, one with a higher value than the hay grown around the Roaring Fork Valley. Pickens County pot would be grown in greenhouses. That's what they said. What? Not all of it. As we covered yesterday, though, dude had some amazing semi-greenhouse grown weed. Like, dude had some funky way of, I don't know what it was. There's like some 70%, I don't know. The light.
Was it a broken greenhouse?
I don't know.
It was mostly intact?
Probably.
70% intact?
Amazing outcome, though. All right, anyway, what I really wanted to cover is that Aspen and other cities around Colorado, that's one of the most surprising ones that I would guess would allow cannabis sales, and probably, I'd say there'd be a pretty big fight if they didn't. Right?
They sure like the attention. Like a broad.
I can hear you clicking there like crazy.
Yeah, this new thing is kind of loud when it comes to clicking. I can hear you swallowing there. And release. That's what it sounds like when Tim swallows. Was it tasty?
If you think let's see, stop.
Pick your nose again.
It was enough. I already did that. OC Weekly You can. This writer says he thinks you can divide the world, or at least Southern California, into two types of people:
Stoners and crackheads.
those who love Taco Bell and those who love Del Taco. Is that okay for you? Does this work, man?
I like tacos.
And then there are
In
the
Reno.
stoners who swear by both of them for midnight munchies, who'll shove either of the two down their gullets, especially if it's extra
You
cheesy.
sound like a friend of Bart Simpson's.
All right, I'm sold on Taco Bell this afternoon, too.
How about the fact that they use wood filler in their meat? Well, that's just persuade
No,
you.
I'm not sold. God dang it.
Why are you digging for clams up there? Oh,
Dude,
he's
I'm
doing
itching
it.
my nose. What the fuck? Why do you have to call it out every damn
It's just
time?
weird. I don't want to get
Stop.
what you have.
Just stop saying it.
I don't want to get what you have. Use a softer
I don't have
grit.
anything, you smartass.
Use a softer grit.
I have allergies.
Oh, that's all I need to know. Thanks. What are you allergic
Yeah, I've
to?
told you that a million
What are you
fucking
allergic to?
times.
Fecal mites?
The two companies will acknowledge you ruined my fucking mood. I'm not gonna read in a funny voice no more. You just
I didn't mean to ruin your mood.
you punish the listeners by farking up, dude. What the fuck?
Listener Punisher by Collie.
Anyway, the moral of this story is that the Kush Expo organizers used Taco Bell and Del Taco's logos without permission and got punished for it. And anyway, people are up in arms about it. Here's a meme for you, dude. Go to Taco Bell, spend $45. The smiley meme with the poochie
That makes my stomach
dog.
retch to think about spending $45 at Taco Bell. That's a lot of wood. You could probably extract the wood chips from that $45 worth of Taco Bell and make a birdhouse. Small birdhouse.
It's kind of making me sick, to be honest with you. The more I think about that, now I kind of want a salad. Actually, a salad actually sounds fantastic.
Go to McDonald's for a 2,200 calorie salad with tons of sugar in it.
Get a salad and a Big Mac.
Yeah, you've ever had pho?
It's pretty good.
What?
Not very filling.
What?
I haven't had it. I've had it like twice.
What did you just eat the meat and call it done? You get a drink.
I drank that too.
Did you get the trough bucket size or you got to get a large? Don't cheap out.
I'd like to go again sometime to a place.
Yeah,
And then have somebody order for me.
pho 79.
Sample, put it together.
I'll go with you.
You always say you'll go with me.
Damn Libra can't make up his mind what he wants. I never say I'll go with you.
You say you'll go with me all the time.
Never, ever.
And then you never go with me.
Never said it.
We still need an intern. If anybody's stuck through the show this far, you definitely could stick through the show with us every day. Appreciate all you guys hanging out with us on the John Doe Radio Show.
And stuff.
Do we want to do a show on Friday?
Friday we gotta. Yeah, we should. It'd be,
All right.
It'd be
all right.
in best.
Oh yeah, you told me.
in your
We'll
best interest.
fucking do it. All right. Well, I guess we'll be here.
If you like Chem's sister oil, you might want to be here.
Like what?
Chem's sister.
Chem's sister? Chem's sister? What's Chem's sister?
Well, you've heard of Chem Dog. You've heard of Chem 9. You've heard of Chem 4. You've heard of Chem 2, and there's also Chem's sister.
Really? I mean, I don't think I knew that.
It's because you're not from Massachusetts.
You're trying to wink at me there, dude.
You don't know about the chems and the sours. You only know about the golden goats in the.
I know about the Chem.
in the
I know about Chem.
Sphincter berry, shishka berry rather.
The sphincter berry? That's one of my favorite strains. I like the shishka berry, dude.
That's why I said sphincter berry.
It's awesome. By the way, oh shit, I forgot to talk about this. We got to start pushing this big time. The tickets are $20. If you're here in Denver or you're going to be in Denver on God dang it. Saturday, July 13th, which is the same day that the 710 Cup is happening. or one of the same days that the 710 Cup is happening. 12th, 13th, and 14th is the 710 Cup.
What are we doing on those days? A show from here?
What days are those actually?
Oh, that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday we'll probably do a show in the morning, and then go and try and do whatever we need. We'll cover it. I don't know how much we'll cover.
Have you talked to anyone?
right now? Not exactly. This though, we are promoting, and we are in the line for this. At Hood Lab, make sure you guys come and hang out. It's $25, and there's only going to be 420 tickets to this.
Oh, are we going to this?
And it's worth it. Free island-style food.
Are we
And if you
are we
know what I'm
broadcasting?
talking- I don't know if we're going to be broadcasting.
What are we doing? Just appearing?
Island-style Dabby Q. Cottonmouth Kings. With the Cottonmouth Kings. Doors at 12. Cottonmouth Kings arriving at 4:20. On-site tattoo. Skateboard punk ramp demo. Why do we always have to be doing something?
What do you mean?
Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Vintage Skateboard Museum and Tony Alva tribute. Graffiti artists, DJs all day. Print your own free t-shirt at the new Dank Station. It's a screen print facility inside the lab. And experience TH Seeds, which this is the ultimate headline thing of it all, which, I mean, come on. TH Seeds' famous leaf blower.
Yeah, you can check that out.
The leaf blower is going down. So, it's July 13th. Goodie bag for each guest, 21 and up, $25. Store-wide sale on dank and hemp hoodlum apparel. 3354 Larimer. That's at Hood Lab. Sponsored by No Goo, Essential Extracts, Top Shelf, Club 64, Incredibles, Hemp Hoodlum, The John Doe Radio Show, My Life Clothing, Booyah Shaka. Bang, bang.
Boogie shocker?
I just made that one up.
I thought you did.
Island
What's
Sti-
a boogie shocker, Tim?
Booyah Shaka.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it's going to be fun. It'd be a really, really good time. Have a fantastic, fantastic time. And also you can go to the Carnival page, Hemp Hoodlum page, or you can go to the John Doe Radio Show page, and there's a link there.
Sounds
Highlighted.
like a blow fest. BHLOW fest.
What do you mean? Why?
Oh, maybe he's talking about the leaf blower.
Oh, the leaf blower.
Yeah.
That's good you're talking about the leaf blower there. This is going to be fun. Really will. All right, that's going to do it for today.
What's going to do it? Are you going to do it? Look at
Yeah.
me. Oh, it's hard for me to bite my tongue, but I'll try.
You're a freaking idiot, dude. I'm sorry my nose itches a lot.
Don't apologize for it.
It really pisses
I really
me
want
off
you
that
to
you say something about it all the time.
That's the
so
thing.
stop saying something.
That's me. I just can't help it, but I just don't know. Why don't you just take your sock off and clean it? Or take it off in general?
It's not this, you idiot. You don't think it's like constant, I
No.
itch my nose? So what? Just shut up, dude, and end the show here, and let's move on to July 4th. We're not going to be here tomorrow, I don't think. Are we?
Yes or no?
I don't think so, no.
Let's take the day off.
Yeah, why not?
Celebrate.
I'll try to figure out what to do tomorrow.
You can be alright. Celebrate.
You really wanted to do one tomorrow, though?
Chat room. You're gonna be here.
I know
or-
that they would really want to do one, and I'm sorry that they.
3 people in the chat room say they'll be here. We'll do it. There's one yes. There's a ha. Haggis is 2. Yeah.
I don't think we will.
Oh, you're cutting it off. He's cutting it off before we get 3.
I don't think we will.
Going once.
But we'll see what happens later on in the day.
Going
I'll let
twice.
you guys
We
know.
got 4.
Probably not, man. It's July 4th.
Well, we get 4 people listening.
What if I decide to go camping at the Whim of
What
things
is,
tonight?
you don't really do shiz like that. So what
No,
are?
you've done shiz like that
But you're not
before.
gonna. So what are some
How do you know I'm not
patriotic strains we can smoke?
going? I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna be here. I'll let you know.
Well, we need to let these people know right now because these are the ones listening.
But also letting out a.
The
Podcast is in my
cumulative
mind,
of
too.
them
I know
of
that
their
they-
life is much
Yes,
more
I
important than
understand.
what your plans are. So let these guys know what they're gonna do.
I gotta decide. I gotta find out what my plans are gonna be tomorrow, though. First.
No, you need to decide right now. It's only fair.
No, probably not. Then.
Tim has no plans, says the chat room. It's true. You are not going camping. Fark your couch.
Dude, you guys are.
You're a dick.
Dicks.
No, they just said you are.
Yikes.
Haggis is sitting here waiting for you to make plans so he can make plans.
That was mean of you guys.
People are being real with you.
I gotta
If you
go to
can't
work.
handle real.
I gotta go to work.
Okay, and in the meanwhile, we'll see you tomorrow.
You know what? Everybody
Regulars.
can know then I'll be carrying dirt.
Carry dirt everywhere you go, those fecal mites.
Dude, stop, please. I get tired of you.
When you kiss yourself in the mirror
All right. Until we meet again,
tomorrow at
Friday,
11,
probably. I'll see you guys. Have yourselves a happy
you won't
4th.
see them anywhere. Where are you going to see them? They're all from out of state, really.
Have yourselves a fantastic 4th of July. Fantastic 4th of July.
That I'm okay with you doing. That's fine.
Have a barbecue.
It's accurate. There's vegetarians out there. Don't tell them what to do.
Do your thing.
Whatever you prefer,
You could barbecue like asparagus and stuff like that.
you can.
Really good.
But if there's already been steak barbecued on that grill, no vegetarian wants that shiz.
All right.
Meat flesh on your asparagus. Whatever.
Hap-
Tomorrow and yes or no?
Happy 4th of July. Probably not.
Probably not.
I want to take a day off. and
See
relax.
you Friday, guys. Say it. Just commit.
Nope. I'm your host, John Doe. See.
The John Doe Radio Show is produced by Charlie Stash Entertainment. The John Doe Radio Show programming is not limited but includes information
Our culture subjects.
and is informational and entertainment purposes only. We specifically include responsible marijuana reform. Rights. It's stupid. We accept no responsibility for your actions or misrepresentations, and we do not fully endorse the use of illegal drugs. You are ultimately responsible for yourself.
Live.